Hello everybody, and thank you so much for watching my channel. My name is Mel Bell, and in this video I'm going to talk briefly on what to do when you've resigned and when you are now no longer in a position where you have your full-time job. This could be for my entrepreneurs who are thinking about getting into just doing their business full-time, but this also could be for those who have recently maybe lost their job. There's a lot going on in the government right now where people are losing jobs left and right. So this could be a video for you if you are kind of being forced into resigning, or your agency is closing last minute, you really don't know what to do, or maybe you're close to retirement and now you have to figure out what to do now that you're going to be, without that steady income coming in. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips, and I'm going to use the letter P. Okay, so I worked on my P's tonight, or today rather, to be able to share with you. So here goes. All right, so first things first, if you are a person of faith, I want you to pray. Okay, pray about what this means for you and how you can navigate this time. If some of you follow my journey, I was able to leave my full-time career. I was making six figures in the government to pursue my business full-time 4 years ago. This will be my 5th year as a full-time entrepreneur. And it was genuinely one of the best decisions of my life. It was a very scary decision, stepping out into the unknown. I had never done any kind of business. First of all, I had never done a business in general, like to that scale, and then to leave my good government job at the time to come and do my business full time. It was very scary, and to be totally honest, there was a season of depression that came with shortly after leaving my job, because I was kind of like, this is exactly what I wanted to do, but is this it? Am I supposed to be pursuing something in addition to what I'm doing, as far as like some of my degrees that I have or creative interests that I have? Like, am I supposed to be taking my business to the next level in this other way? Should I be venturing into other things I'm passionate about in addition to, as far as like things that allow me to be more creative or to spend more time with my family? It was just so many different thoughts rushing at the same time. And to be honest, I did not know what to do. All right. So I had to really spend time praying. Another P is plug into people who can be positive and to be uplifting and to give you encouragement, because you're going to need it during this time. Okay, so I had to pray about it and seek God about the decision. And I also had to plug into friends, family, former co-workers, associates in my business that I knew could either relate to what I was going through or that was going to love on me during that time. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to pray and we're going to plug in. After we have prayed and we have plugged in, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to plan ahead. All right, so this is more so for people who have the choice in their resignation or their retirement. They kind of already know that this is what they want to do, or they have kind of time, like 6 months or a year or however long, to kind of just plan ahead. And what I mean by plan ahead is you want to try to save as much money as you can, all right? Because as a full-time entrepreneur or venturing into your retirement or resignation years, your money may not be as stable or as steady as it was before. Or maybe that income will still flow in from other streams, because we all working on having multiple streams of income, right? So most millionaires have 7 to 9 streams. We got to have our streams coming in as well, because relying on one stream of income is not always certain, especially if you may be on a fixed or a limited income. We need all the streams. All right. So we are going to plan ahead if we can. And that means that we're going to be saving our money. We're going to be cutting our expenses. You might not be able to eat out as much. You may have to cook at home. You might not be able to, go everywhere because you might need to save money on gas. You may want to think about ways that you can collect or maybe use coupons, or, be more intentional about ordering or buying things when there are sales happening, or maybe just cutting off expenses altogether that are unnecessary, because this is not the season to be going shopping and going on vacations and doing all the things. We have to crack down. We have to save our money, and we are going to plan ahead to be good stewards over the money that we do have and to be able to have a nest egg. So my advice is, if you can at least have 6 to 8 months worth of expenses saved. And I know this is kind of like a lofty thing that a lot of people may say, hey, I barely have X amount. But either way, your goal as you are planning ahead for your resignation or your retirement is to have as much money saved as you can. If you do not have as much as 6 to 8 months of your income or whatever is needed for your daily expenses saved, start with at least 3 solid months of income saved, if nothing else. Okay, we don't want you dipping into 401ks or retirement plans or things like that. If you can help it, But if you could save and you could kind of put that money away, that's going to be a blessing for you and your finances. That way, if anything does happen, or some kind of medical expense happens out of the blue, or some kind of something, tragedy or something that has to be taken care of financially, you can do it because you have planned ahead. All right. So try to save and try to be resourceful with the money that you do have access to. All right. Our next P is going to be, we are going to ponder or think about different ways that we can bring in money. Okay, this is where we're going to think about the different ways that we can bring in different sources of income that we can. All right, so we're going to think about it. We're going to maybe jot down notes or brainstorming. We're going to ask family and friends to give us suggestions or ideas, like, what do you think I would be good at? Or what do you feel like if I can do anything? Like, what do you feel like I'm just really great at, or I'm really skilled at doing? Because you may be missing things. You're so focused on your resignation or your retirement, and you might not even be thinking clearly about all the skills that you actually bring to the world. What kind of degrees do you have? What kind of certificates have you already gotten? What's something that you're really passionate about? What's something that you really find interesting? So even in your downtime, even when you are working a traditional job, what is it that your brain starts to wander when you start thinking about this thing? What's something that you may have done before that was pretty lucrative for you that you were able to do? What's something that God keeps putting on your timeline on your social media, or friends and family that you know do a specific thing that has been pretty good for them? Or even, look, if you want to come and do paparazzi with me, you can find that info in the description of this video. However you want to do it, this is your time to really ponder and think about, what are ways that I can bring in extra income? What are ways that I can do something fun? What are ways that I can really tap into the joy that comes with this season in different streams of income? Okay, so this is where that brainstorming comes into play, where you're really just fleshing it out. You want to start, if you are resigning with the intention of getting another position, you want to start applying to different things. Don't just apply to things just for the sake of applying, because you do want to be happy in this season, but try to find something that's still in line with your skills and something that's in line with something that you really do love and you're passionate about. Because we spend so much time at our 9-to-5 job or in doing whatever we're doing in our business, that it should be something that you find fun and something that does not feel so tedious, like a stressful work job. Because again, you're already in the situation where this is like the unknown happening. A lot of fear of the unknown will set in. Okay, so please just know that that is normal, but you have to relax and know that this is your time to think about it and to be able to try to do something that you really enjoy doing and your multiple streams that you could kind of bring in. Okay, the next P is going to be put your game face on. All right, put your game face on. This is not a time for you to cry and to shrink back and for you to be so scared about what's going to happen. Put your game face on. Okay, whatever that looks like for you, get pumped up, get excited about the future. This is your time to be strong. You are powerful, you are brave. I need you to tap into those affirmations. Wake up every morning with positivity. This is not a time for you to be negative or you overthinking or for you to be doubting yourself. You are capable, you are able, you can do this. Okay, you are capable and equipped to do hard things. You are built for it. Tough. You, just like you got through that last thing, you will get through this thing as well. Okay, that was something that I really struggled with, but over time I started to realize, like, girl, you got this. Okay, tap into your power, tap into your strength, put your game face on. Wake up with success on the brain. Wake up knowing that you are going to see success every day in some kind of way. All things are working together for your good. All right. So you have to put your game face on and understand that this is a journey that is for you. For whatever reason, you're going to learn from this journey. But put your game face on and understand that this is not here to break you. This is something that's here to build you up in some kind of way. You're going to be resourceful in this season. You are going to be creative in this season. You are going to be fearless in this season. You are going to try things you never tried before in this season. This is going to just be a season for you to step out of your comfort zone. And maybe you were too comfortable in that last season. And maybe it's time for you to venture out and to try new things. All right. So again, put your game face on. You got this. All right. And then our final P is going to be perspective. And that kind of ties into putting your game face on, but perspective is everything. You can either see this season as a season that is gloomy and sad and depressing and woe is me and what am I going to do? Or you can see this season as joyful, as happy, as in, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be great. You may get rejected by different jobs or positions that you're trying out for, but it's okay because you know that something better is going to come for you, something that's going to be a perfect fit. Maybe that thing or that door had to close for God to be able to open up a new door for you. So we are going to be optimistic in this season. We are going to see things for what they really are, which is that you're going to overcome it. And you're going to look back at this season 5 years, 10 years down the line. And I'm believing that this is going to be something that's just going to strengthen you and make you better than you were before. All right. So you might not have all the answers and you might not know what tomorrow may bring, but you do know that you have everything it takes inside of you to be able to conquer this season with success and to be able to do something in this season that gets you closer to where you want to be. All right. It might not look the way that you think it will look, but you do have options, okay? But you have to be willing and open to try those options. You have to be willing and open to whatever this journey may entail, whether it be you getting back into that same career field, whether you're trying something new, whether you're stepping out of your comfort zone, whatever that looks like, okay? From the beginning to the end and all around. Perspective is everything. If you could choose to see this season as it being great, it will be great. If you choose to see this season as it being terrible, it will be terrible. But we are going to choose optimism, happiness, joy, peace. We're going to be calm. We're going to be collected. And we are going to know that everything is working out for our good. All right. So I hope this helps somebody. Again, my journey was not an easy one. My journey was not all glorious and like roses and flower fields. There were things that I had to learn about myself in that season. And then I also had family members like my dad. Actually, me and my dad, I resigned. He retired. We both resigned and retired the same year. Actually, it was like around the same months too. I know other people who have resigned from their full-time jobs. I know other people who have retired, or some people even now who have been forced into retiring or forced into resigning, not even within their will, but they just kind of come to work and they get an email that says that they're no longer needed in that position. Wherever you fall, whether it was your choice or something that was chosen for you, you will make it through this season. And like I said before, just like you made it through that other thing, you will make it through this, and you will make it through it better than ever. All right. So thank you again for watching. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure to check out the other videos on my page as well. All of the info that you need to connect with me is in the description of this video. And I will check you guys out next time on the next video that I do about another topic. Who knows what'll be coming next. But anyway, stay tuned. And again, subscribe to the channel for more of me and my videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.